Have you ever heard people say things like, men should conserve their energy? Don't waste your semen. If you don't have sex for a long time, your body will take care of everything through wet dreams. Or maybe you've even been told that the longer you abstain, the healthier you'll become, that you'll preserve your vitality and somehow become stronger. Well, as a physician, I want to tell you that the truth is much more complicated. For healthy adult men, sexual health isn't simply about having more or less sex. It's about maintaining a healthy balance. Your reproductive system is active all the time. Your testicles continuously produce sperm, while your prostate and seminal vesicles constantly make the fluids that become semen. This system doesn't suddenly shut down just because you're not sexually active. Over time, sperm that aren't ejaculated naturally age and are broken down by the body, while new sperm continue to be produced. That's a completely normal biological process. However, if you're experiencing pelvic discomfort, pain with ejaculation, urinary symptoms, or chronic pelvic pain, it's important not to assume it's simply because you haven't ejaculated enough. Those symptoms deserve proper medical evaluation. One common misconception is that wet dreams are the body's cleaning system. Wet dreams are perfectly normal, especially in younger men, but they aren't something you should rely on or worry about. Some men have them frequently, while others almost never do. Both can be completely normal. What's far more important is maintaining an overall healthy lifestyle that supports good sexual function. Think of your reproductive system like any other part of your body. It benefits from good blood circulation, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, and healthy hormone levels. Those things have a much bigger impact on your long-term sexual health than any internet myth about saving or wasting semen. Many men are also afraid that ejaculation somehow drains their body of essential nutrients. Fortunately, that's another myth. Semen is composed mostly of water, along with proteins, sugars such as fructose, minerals, enzymes, and sperm cells. Your body continuously replaces these components. For a healthy man eating a balanced diet, ejaculation does not cause any meaningful nutritional deficiency. Your body is designed for this process. You don't need to fear it. What matters is moderation. Neither extreme is ideal. Compulsive sexual behavior that interferes with your daily life can become unhealthy. On the other hand, feeling guilty or ashamed about every ejaculation isn't healthy either. The healthiest approach is finding a balance that fits your body, your values, and your lifestyle. Before we continue, I have something special for you. If you'd like to improve your intimacy, confidence, and overall sexual wellness, I've put together a free sexual wellness guide filled with practical, science-based tips that couldn't fit into this video. You can download it using the first link in the description below. And while you're here, I'd love to know, what city are you watching from? Leave a comment below and tell me where you're watching. I read as many comments as I can, and it's always amazing to see people joining us from all over the world. Now, let's talk about what a healthy ejaculation frequency actually looks like. That's where most men get confused. One of the biggest questions I get is this: Dr. Emma, how often should a man ejaculate? The truth is, there isn't a magic number. You've probably seen people online claiming you should ejaculate every day. Others insist you should only do it once a month. Neither recommendation is supported by strong medical evidence. The ideal frequency depends on your age, your overall health, your hormone levels, your libido, your relationship status, and simply what feels comfortable for you. Every man's body is different. Instead of chasing an arbitrary number, I encourage my patients to follow what I call the feel better principle. Here's what I mean. After ejaculation, pay attention to how you feel over the next day or two. Do you feel relaxed? Do you sleep well? Do you wake up with normal energy? Do you still enjoy your workouts? Do you still have a healthy sex drive? If the answer is yes, then your current frequency is probably working well for your body. On the other hand, if you're constantly exhausted, avoiding work, skipping social activities, or feeling like sexual behavior is taking control of your life, that's a sign to reassess your habits. For some men in their 20s, that might naturally mean ejaculating several times a week. For someone in their 50s or 60s, it may be much less frequent. Neither is automatically healthier than the other. The goal isn't to compete with anyone else. The goal is to find a rhythm that supports both your physical and mental well-being. Now, let's talk about something that almost nobody discusses: how you masturbate. Believe it or not, this can have a real impact on your future sexual experiences. Many single men develop habits that are very different from what happens during partnered sex. Some grip their penis extremely tightly. Others try to finish as quickly as possible. Some use very aggressive friction with little or no lubrication. Over time, these habits may make it harder to enjoy normal sexual stimulation with a partner. Some men even notice they have difficulty reaching orgasm during intercourse, despite having no trouble during masturbation. This phenomenon is sometimes referred to as death grip syndrome. While it isn't an official medical diagnosis, many sexual medicine specialists recognize that overly aggressive masturbation habits can reduce sensitivity or create unrealistic stimulation patterns. The good news? These habits can usually be changed. One of the healthiest changes you can make is simply slowing down. Instead of treating masturbation like a race, treat it as part of your overall sexual wellness. Use a comfortable grip. Avoid squeezing excessively hard. Take your time. Focus on your breathing. Pay attention to your body's responses instead of rushing toward orgasm. This not only reduces unnecessary friction, but can also improve body awareness and sexual control. Many men are surprised to discover that slowing down actually makes the experience more enjoyable. Here's another tip that's surprisingly important. If you're masturbating without lubrication every single time, you're placing far more friction on the skin than nature intended. A high-quality water-based lubricant is usually an excellent choice. It helps reduce friction, protects the skin, and often creates a sensation that's much closer to partnered intimacy. Your body deserves to be treated with care, not punishment. One of the biggest mistakes men make is this. They have one episode where they lose an erection, then they start worrying. What if it happens again? That fear creates more stress. More stress makes erections harder. Then the cycle repeats. This is called performance anxiety. The more pressure you put on yourself, the harder it becomes to relax. Sexual function works best when your body feels safe and comfortable. Many men try to force things. They think, I have to prove that everything works. But sometimes the best solution is simply sleep, recover, exercise, reduce stress, give your body time. You don't need to fight your own biology. Another common concern is changes in sensitivity. Some men feel, I finished too quickly. Others say, I don't feel enough stimulation anymore. Both situations can happen, and both are often related to habits. Some men become overly focused on reaching orgasm quickly. This trains the body to respond rapidly. One approach that some sexual therapists recommend is called the stop-start technique. The idea is simple. When you feel close to orgasm, pause. Take slow breaths. Allow the intensity to decrease, then continue. Over time, this can help some men improve awareness and control. For men who have developed a habit of very intense stimulation, changing the pattern can help. Avoid excessive pressure. Avoid rushing. Use lubrication. Focus on sensation rather than simply achieving orgasm as quickly as possible. Your nervous system can adapt. The goal is to create a healthier relationship with your own body. Your sexual performance does not define your value as a man. A healthy man is not measured by how long he lasts, how often he ejaculates, how strong his erection is every single time. Real confidence comes from understanding your body and taking care of yourself. If you want more science-based strategies for improving men's health and confidence, download my free sexual wellness guide through the link in the description. Inside, you'll find additional information about improving intimacy, supporting healthy hormones, building confidence, creating better habits. And before we continue, tell me, what city are you watching from? Comment below. I would love to know where everyone in this community is joining from.